When the roots of the tree are holy, and the stump of the tree is righteous, then God will allow it to grow. The Jews must accept Jesus in order for the root to be holy. God told me I'm a prophet, and I believe him. Jesus gives me life. All nations that are not grafted into the tree of life will wither and die. Only by the grace of God are we part of the tree of life. God did not want them to take all of the tree of life, Adam and Eve, because they would have built a society that was not holy, and it would have lasted forever. All that is not good will be cut off. God and Jesus is the only thing I believe in. Jews are the natural branch. Arabs are the wild branch. It doesn't matter whether wild or natural. Both are olive branches. Judaism is God's ways with himself, Jesus, as Savior. Once the Jews realize that Gentiles are saved and they're not, then their own jealousy will bring them to the truth, and all Israel will be saved. The fullness of the Gentiles to come in is when all nations have heard of God and Jesus. Jews were blinded to Jesus so they wouldn't keep him to themselves. No Jewish king yet has brought prosperity and God's graces to all, but Jesus can. The only way to bring God to all was have the Jews reject their king. God sent Jesus to save all people, not just the Jews. This is not only a wholesale conversion of Israel, but of all unbelieving nations. The new world is the physical tree of life. The spiritual tree of life is for those that take from the physical. I have total commitment to God. I live a sacrificial life. We are all related to Christ. I'm doing this out of love for Christ, God, and all. I want people to find the love I have. I have given my total being to God. I belong exclusively to God. What I'm doing you may not consider reasonable, but God does. Don't laugh. This is no joke. I follow God's standards, not the world's. The more faith I have, the more I can do. I have enough faith to be Jesus. I thank God for who I am. My spirit started the church, and my spirit will finish it. I don't want to be conceited or self-serving. That is why I serve God and glorify Him. People that say God won't hurt people don't know God very well. God is the potter. He can do whatever He wants to the pot. God killed the firstborn of all Egypt. Don't tell me He won't harm children to deliver His children. God's children are more important than yours. And He gave Jesus. He also asked Abraham to give his child. If God is involved in taking a child's life, it's only to save a whole lot more. Satan has caused billions of people to be spiritually dead. And that doesn't bother you. But it does bother you if God causes some to be physically dead, even though it saves billions. If God hadn't done what He did to the Egyptian children, we wouldn't be here today. God saved humanity by saving the Jews. If God had let the Jews perish, we wouldn't have the Word. The world will have to make a decision based on what I proclaim. Self-seeking after recognition? No. I seek the truth for all. And there's a lot easier and more socially acceptable ways to get recognized. This is the final victory.